Hey folks, Larry Vino from Presidio. We're a platinum business partner with EMC, based out of New England. I'm here to get Gen4 certified. As I mentioned, based out of New England, as is the corporate headquarters, EMC. Also happens to be situated in the middle of Titletown. So we're going to talk about the evolution of Flash, and we're going to contrast that to the history of Boston sports. So back in 2014, David Fuller at Wikibon wrote a pretty good piece kind of covering all the technologies when introduced, all the players, etc. I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to walk you through how EMC's Extreme.io has become the fastest growing product in the industry, a market leader. It's all going to start with Gen 1. Generation 1 was when Flash technology was introduced into your traditional storage arrays. We now refer to them as hybrid arrays. And it was actually very cool because customers could use Flash as either a pool within the array, later as additional cache for the storage array, and then as we move forward, we could actually create virtual pools that comes in different disk types, including Flash and equation, allowing the rate of tiers go down. It was very cool technology, but it was still pushed into a traditional storage array architecture, but it was a start of something great. Just like the Patriots' first title in 2001. We'd never won before in football. It was our first one, and it was the beginning of a dynasty. Generation 2 is when we actually started taking advantage of the speed of Flash. Players like Nimble, Tintry, Tagile kind of hit the scene, and the claim to fame for them was they were fast, they were simple, they had easy to consume software models, but scale was still the issue. We were still talking about dual controller arrays, and it ended up becoming kind of the generation of insignificance. Right? Kind of like the 2007-2008 Boston Celtics World Championship. Now, while it was awesome to see the truth and Kevin Garnett show that anything's possible, it was number 17. I mean, guys, we're running out of space on the rafters. 17 is more fingers and toes than Bill Russell has. So at the end of the day, while it was fun, 17. Generation 3 saw some new players come onto the scene. Texas Memory Systems was there, Violin was there, and these were still fast boxes, but no data services similar to the Generation 2 players. Then we saw folks like Nimbus and Pure Storage come. Where now data services were starting to be part of the conversation, but you had to sacrifice speed. We're still talking dual controller, we're still talking scale architecture, and while they were fast, you still didn't get the full load. And by the way, I almost got run over last year at EMC Road by a Pure Storage fan. Hey guys, knock it off. So, in Gen 3, you had to decide, did you want the race car, or did you want the minivan? Which is why they called this the generation of compromise. Kind of like 2011 for Boston sports fans. While the Patriots went to get another Super Bowl, unfortunately they were unable to close the deal. However, the Bruins they broke the drought, pushed the Stanley Cup, and we are champions in Boston once again. On to Generation 4. As Wikibon states, to truly transform and drive towards a shared, all-electric data center, you need to adopt technologies like EMC's Extreme.io. Extreme.io is a tightly coupled scale-out architecture with inline all-the-time data services. That's a key point, guys, especially when you're looking at some of the competitors in this space. We don't need to compromise speed versus data services. You can, in fact, have them all. Which is why, as we look at building all-flash agile data centers, Extreme.io is a linchpin in that architecture. This is referred to as the generation of no compromise, much like the 2013 Boston Red Sox. 2013, the city came together, we were Boston strong, a team came together, and we were able to hoist yet another world championship for the city. Just like Boston sports teams, EMC, based here in New England, is the undisputed champion of the Flash industry. I hope you enjoyed this evolution of storage, evolution of Flash, and I look forward to seeing everybody at the Global Partner Summit at EMC Road in Vegas